for the delay, but I hope you are all doing well. I am so sorry for what's going on. I read the chat a little bit before because there are a lot of you here, so hi! But I want to say that I'm so sorry for all the people that aren't doing that great. For all the people that are doing great, I'm so glad. Let's try to turn it around for the people that aren't. So let's be fully supportive to those that aren't having the best day. You know, not everyone has rainbows and puppy dogs and butterflies every day, so let's keep that in mind. And for those that aren't speaking about the things they're going through, let's remember that even the silent people have those rough days. So let's be completely empathetic to those that are having a bad day, and let's turn it around. Today, we're going to be playing a bunch of games. We're going to start with Speedstorm, and then we're going to go to Crash Bandicoot and try to close up what we didn't finish. Hopefully we can get through that one level, and then if we have the time, we're gonna tease a new game and see how you guys like it, because I have a couple games like that I do want to tease and see if you guys would enjoy watching them. Otherwise, I'll just play them in my free time. I don't care. I don't care about y'all's opinion that much. But let's get started with Speedstorm. I already have the first race of chapter, I think, 8 pulled up to get started. It is a longer chapter, so we're going to try to hustle through it. Aw, thank you. I love having you here. And I'm sorry. I can agree, my life has been up and down with the highs and the lows. I'm not going to lie, been a little sad. I was really sad this morning. I feel myself, sometimes what I'm doing isn't enough, or it's not happening fast enough, and I'm gonna try to not make myself cry while speaking about this, but it's been rough. I've been spending countless thousands of dollars on my fashion line, and it's almost ready to launch the white outfit. We have our sizes picked up. We have our final fabric. I am working on purchasing the buttload of final fabric because it's going to be hundreds of yards. And we're working on buying the elastic and the snaps and, everything that's going into it that you really don't think goes into it. And I just had to buy, we did adjustments to the final patterns for easier production and yield and fabric loss and stuff like that. We have a lot of fabric waste because of the lining up of the lines of the outfit, which I will be showing the final sample in a day or two. I have to get the actual footage together. But I'm excited to show you guys my final piece. I'm excited to show you my journey, which is on YouTube. I mean, it's going to be a little slower than the actual production, but I'll be showing you the differences between sample 1 and sample 2 and my manufacturer and my meeting with my pattern graders and stuff. So some of that is already on YouTube. Some of it's coming this Tuesday. But so I've been very overwhelmed, and I'm trying to do other things with my life as well. So I'm doing 15 things at once, and it's a lot, and I feel like I'm failing. But it's about that longer journey. It's about making it through it. And I feel like he's slower than Stitch, even though he was the #1 pick. I'm just holding on. I'm doing one thing at a time. I'm doing as much as I can. I'm looking to do things independence-wise, trying to get more well-equipped when it comes to driving, and learn how to take care of myself in that way, and learn what I don't know, figure out how to get to the place of where I can. And it's a lot. It's a lot, and then I'm not gonna lie, keeping up with the YouTube, keeping up with the Twitch, and all that, it does get overwhelming. I feel like I am doing so much,
I'll just add that
but
to
at
my
the same
service
time,
record.
it's very well worth it, and I'm super, super grateful to everyone. I do want to give a huge shout out. I don't know if they're here, but Core Guide, they bought me the stand you guys are on currently, the camera stand you guys are on. They sent me it from my streaming slash YouTube wish list, and I just want to give a huge shout out and a thank you. And when I see their username again, I'll give a huge shout out and thank you as well. So don't get annoyed if they pop up in the stream. But with the support of the Patreon, with the support of the wish list, it is really making everything a little bit more possible faster. And I just want to say thank you because
I'm a bona fide racing expert.
It means a lot to me. It really does. You know, I don't ask anyone to ever buy me anything. So the fact that some people have is a ton. But your all support means a ton to me. It keeps me afloat. And, you know, I haven't had many good days lately, and I've been kind of hiding it. And I just want to say thank you, because if you guys weren't here for me, those bad days would be way too overwhelming, that to the point where I would probably have given up. So thank you. Hiya! We're just talking about bad days, because it's been a little rough lately, and I try to keep it mostly positive on here, but I do want y'all to know that just like you guys, I have my ups and my downs, and I'm gonna get through them just like you guys. I think it's important to acknowledge when you have good and bad days. I think it's important to talk about, you know, our emotions and our mental health and stuff. And I've been having a lot of anxiety attacks lately, and I've been stressed, y'all, but we're gonna get through it. One day at a time, 1 second at a time. Somehow, someway, we're gonna get through it. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. I don't think I'm that nice. Like, I don't feel like I don't know. I've had a really strange life. Like, I wasn't the nicest person growing up. I had emotional imbalances. I had anger issues. I was in anger management therapy. I was on an anger management medication. And none of it worked. And, you know, what did work was removing the negativity or the toxicity from my life. There was sometimes it's people, sometimes it's environments. And, you know, I finally feel like somewhat kind of rooted in myself, and like I'm a good person, and I'm kind of like happy with who I am, and I'm proud of what I'm doing. And sometimes, like, specifically certain people in my past or from my entire life, they are either resisting to the fact that I'm changing, or they don't approve of it, or they don't like it, and they're still treating me like I'm not, like I was that 6-year-old that was evil, that, you know, got into fights with my parents, was not happy, was constantly outlashing, constantly having tantrums, constantly being aggressive. And I mean, I guess you could say it was because, like, I had a lot of attention due to medical, and, you know, it didn't seem like anyone was paying attention emotionally. But at the same time, I feel like sometimes I still get treated by like that by those people, and it makes it really hard to keep that positivity, momentum, second generation Shauna up. Hello, Travis. Candy guy. Yeah, it's not that as a kid I was angry, and it's not that I'm angry now. I feel like a lot of the times in my childhood and now I've asked, like, for help, and that help wasn't help. It was what that person needed versus what I needed. And I've dealt with a lot of selfish people that have used me for gain versus, you know, cared about me. And with this community, I feel like I've actually found people that genuinely care about me versus gain. Nice upholstery on this chariot. It's refreshing, because even, like, my exes, my friends, they all had a bigger motive when it came to being involved with me. And it was really heartbreaking to find out constantly, especially in high school and like growing up into young adulthood, that most people in my life came into my life to use me in some sense. They didn't actually genuinely ever ask how I was. They, only talked to me when I could provide something for them. So it was extremely, and still can be, extremely lonely because that still does happen. I still have to kind of figure out what someone's motive is before befriending them, and constantly, looking and analyzing a friendship or a relationship or, like any kind of acquaintanceship, just because 95% of the people that have walked into my life have done it for a specific reason versus,
Here goes.
I think she's nice. She seems sweet. I want to be friends. So it makes it difficult. And I really hope that no one, kind of, like, I don't want people to relate to that feeling, but I know people do, and it's really unfortunate that human is like that. But that's enough sadness. Look at us, we're racing. How many people can say that? We're racing, and we have a flower. Oh, we don't have a flower. Never mind. Avoid that. Ignore that.
Wait, what?
Aw, thank you. That's why I love this community, because, like, I feel a lot less lonely having y'all. I feel like no matter what, there is someone that's going to be there for me in that exact moment.
Really? Well, this has been a real slice.
Because I'm nice and cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a very upfront person. So, like, if I have a motive, I'll be like, okay, so this is how it is. Like, friendship or not, that's cool. But, like, this is how it is. And, like, other people, they're just not upfront. They're just, I don't know if there's a way for them to be upfront. I don't know if it's because, if you tell someone your motives, they're probably going to be like, no, screw you. Because I'm going to be honest. Some of y'all have been on the streams where I've talked about how I romantically flirted with a guy in the talking stage kind of level, where he just constantly asked things about my disability, how I do things like that, and my romantic physical, and how it made me feel like a lab rat. But, like, to be honest, when I started, like, actually thinking he was flirting with me in the sense that he wants to go on dates, he was upfront, and he was like, look, I just want to be, kind of fun, have something casual, and I was like, and he's like, but, like, predominantly, I'm interested in you because you're shorter, and I want to know what that's like. And I was like, we could have been cool until you made it about me being disabled. I mean, like, if you were just like, I think you're pretty and I just want to have something fun and casual, I'd be like, okay, cool, same. I was in the same headspace at the time. I didn't want to date him. No. But then he made it all about my disability and how he wanted to explore because of my disability, and that, to me, was repulsive. And kind of a form of romantic discrimination. And him being upfront made him lose any chance he had of having that with me. Oops, we just hit something and almost died. So sometimes being upfront, I feel like, for people means that. And you know what, I'd rather you be upfront because at least we're on the same page. But people don't want to get rejected. And sometimes being upfront means getting rejected. And I think, as a human being, you should not have fear of rejection because it just holds you back. If you're scared of hearing the word no, then you need to give yourself the opportunity to hear the word no and grow from it. If you're scared to get rejected, then you need to find out why. Because it's got nothing to do with the person that's doing the rejecting. It has to do with you. Like, I used to be scared of getting rejected in life, but you know what? Like, at the same time, what happens for me, and what doesn't is kind of, you know, not meant to be. There's so many opportunities that I've looked back in life, and I'm like, yeah, that would have been cool to have, but now looking forward and seeing what happened with them, I'm like, very glad I wasn't a part of that.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think it's all worked out for whatever reasons, and at the same time, all of those no's that I was scared of hearing, like, it got me to where I am now, and I'm very happy with who I am, and that's the most important thing.
See? Nobody could catch me. What?
Aw, thank you. That's very sweet of you to say. Yes, people in general are very scared to be vulnerable. I mean, let's look at where we are now in the world, with most countries still being a little restrictive on vulnerability. There's dog hair on my face somewhere. Where is it? Sorry, there's 5 dogs in this house. It happens all the time. But there's other countries that are still fighting being vulnerable and having emotions and talking about them, and, you know, therapy in general. And then you have the United States specifically, which is where we're trying to raise awareness about being emotional, having emotions, and, you know, and not being just because of a certain gender or something. And I think we're gonna do this one because I want to do this. And if you think about it, we're still very restrictive on emotions. Plenty of the male genders I come into contact with have issues still expressing their emotions because of our old stylistic and nature, and our older generation still not being as open-minded to the emotional vulnerability aspect. And there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. Cry, have emotions, be angry, be like, just cry randomly because someone's nice to you. I don't know, just be vulnerable. And people will respect that more. I think, specifically, like, a lot of the people I come into contact nowadays are, oh, shoot, okay, are very different towards people that are closed off with their emotions than they are with people that are willing to cry in front of them, willing to be emotional. It's that vulnerability, flipping hit the wrong person. That vulnerability, in a sense, provides trust. Oh, thank you. You have rampant toxic masculinity. I think specifically, like, when it comes to the males in the United States, they were raised to not really have emotions, and also not to keep in check what's downstairs in their pants. And, you know, if they were taught about their emotions, about how they have urges and it's normal, but you can control it, just like how females were, because we were talked to about our urges and how we're gonna have these feelings, and we're also gonna have, you know, monthly cycles and stuff, but we can control it. We can control how we feel. And I feel like if the male species, or the male presenting, were spoken to that way, with the same care, empathy, and vulnerability that little girls are spoken to about, then, you know, you'd have more boys being okay with emotions, and, you know, less issues with having your shoulders show. Oh my gosh, a shoulder. Like, there's so many things that I think, like, we separate because male and female. And I think at the end of the day, human is human. We should be raising ourselves the same, with the same kinds of personalities and that kind of stuff. Each person to their own. But moral-wise, like as a human being, morals, like, you know, don't kill, don't hurt, like, don't be a
That'll teach you.
like those kind of like codes. I think they should be taught the same, no matter your sex, no matter your gender, no matter if you decide that you are in the wrong body, no matter if you decide I'm both genders or neither gender. No matter who you are, if you are a human being, you should have those same
I'll just add that to my
basic
service record.
codes. I don't know. Yeah, I'm very open about the human body, and it may be because, like, before I was, you know, the age of 10, multiple doctors had seen every inch of me, and I was kind of a medical specimen in a sense, but I think the human body, there's nothing wrong with it. We shouldn't be so taboo about showing it. I think, honestly, if you look at, like, my stepdad has always brought up how, like, in England, they will show you a woman's body during a commercial, but will bleep the violence. They will lower the violence. The amount of violence that is shown on TV, at least when he was there, which was like 20 years ago, was extremely like low profile. And in America at the time, human body is taboo, but violence is glorified. I hate to say it, but I think we got that wrong. I think the body should be glorified and violence should be condemned. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a good bloody horror movie, but like, at the same time, there is so much violence in scripted television and reality television. And it's only made humans willing to be more violent, thinking it's more normal. Meanwhile, we should be praising each other for who we are mentally and our love of one another and our bodies, and no one should really judge another on their choices because it's not your choices. You have no clue what that person's been through in life. You have no clue why they're making the choices they make. Maybe if you went through something similar, you would be doing the same choices. And not everything is a choice. Some things you're just born knowing. So how am I to go against what you know, what you feel? I have no say in that. As long as you're happy, you're not hurting anyone, and you're not hurting yourself, go for it. Do you, boo? Have fun with it. Yeah, like I said, it's a little, it's different per country, it's different per area, but the amount of difference is astonishing. And I hope one day that all of humans get on the same page. Humans, yeah, they can naturally be violent or angry, but there is a way that we can naturally be peaceful. We just have to choose it.
Number one now?
And that's the issue. A lot of people would rather have fear and violence than peace. But we're gonna get there! You gotta hope that we're gonna get there. One day. One day, we may not see it, our grandchildren may not see it, their grandchildren may not see it, but someone's gonna see it. Someone's gonna see it. If I could check your channel out, your Twitch channel? Yeah, I mean, if you want advice and feedback, I think we have a couple people in here that actually have Twitch channels too, so we can all help you out. Am I playing online? I am not playing online. I mean, I don't know. I only know one other person that has Speedstorm, So we could play with other people, but they're not available today. But I think once it becomes free to play, we'll probably do Discord game nights and stuff if people have the game. You're a pacifist. You only believe in self-defense. I believe in self-defense. I also believe in
I'm in the zone today. Oh, I
getting the heck out of there if someone creeps you out and stuff like that. Because like as a female and a smaller female, I've run into a couple people trying to pick me up or like take advantage of me, and I will make sure that you don't touch me.
Oh, boy.
I will bite your ear off if you think about it. I am ruthless. I'm not going to stop kicking. I will not stop screaming. You can knock me out and I will still find a way to hurt you. Like, I have really thought about it. I've had dreams about it. I'm like, if I'm in chains, if I'm tied up, I will find a way. The minute I'm untied, I'm taking my fingers and putting it through their eyeballs or something. I am not gonna let someone else take my innocence and my life and my spirit. No. Yeah, I don't suggest messing with me. I may be tiny and I may not hurt someone, but I have like this
No.
attitude, I guess you could say, or perseverance that I'm just like, I don't know if I would give up. Like, I feel like I would be the person that would get like mauled or like completely destroyed, and somehow someone would be like, so this girl, she's like missing everything, but she's somehow still alive. And it'd be me. Like, somehow, someway, we keep falling off this track. I'm gonna find a way to survive.
Is this a joke?
And I may take some people out by doing so.
Oh, I think I just hit the biglings.
If you're dating someone with, like, you have a height difference, whether they're taller than you or smaller than you, it's a normal relationship. Treat them like a normal human being. When you come to those walls or hurdles or anything, you'll deal with them when you're there. I think, like, as a shorter stature woman, a lot of people think that, like, romantic things specifically are difficult, and I'm just here like, no, don't worry, I can sit on your lap perfectly fine. We can hold hands. My arm might be like this if you're like 6'4", but we can hold hands. I don't like to do it because hands are weird. I don't know. I have a thing about holding hands. I don't know. I really have only done it on rare occasions. I don't know. It's a weird thing for me. Is that weird? But, like, dating someone who is shorter than you,
Take what you can. Give my
you
fire.
have to be understanding that they can't reach certain things. You have to take into account they don't see the world the way you see it. You know, I don't see the world the same way as a 6-foot person. You know, the air is different up there. The heat is different. Everything is slightly skewed. So you just have to take that into account and
It'll do.
be acknowledging of it when it is a struggle. I think, like, if you're the taller person in the situation, you do have to accommodate a little. You have to lift, you have to bend down, you have to, you know, get somehow to the same height to kiss, I think, if you're a kissing person. Not everyone likes kissing. But if you want to do, like, have a relationship with a shorter stature person, go about it the same way you would go about a relationship with a normal or an average stature person or a taller statured person. It's no different. I think just listen to them, acknowledge that there is a height difference, but it's not gonna stop y'all, and you know, you'll adjust accordingly. You'll find what works for each other. Like, I would rather be lifted than someone bend down. You know, I dated a guy in like school, and he bent down, and it made me feel really uncomfortable. I don't know why. It just did. It felt like a teacher posing with their child or like their student, and I was like, I don't like this. Just pick me up. So I have that preference. Every human's different, and height has to do with it, but like height doesn't have any real change on the fact that every human is different and every human wants different things. But like, I've dated a 6'4" person. It's difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you. As a 310 woman, it is difficult. I am at your groin area. It's not fun. But it's all about you also having that backbone and knowing that you may get backlash. A lot of height couples get backlash, especially if like the woman is severely shorter or it's the guy that's shorter. So you just have to have that backbone and, you know, have enough love for them as a human being, not be in love with them because that's an extreme feeling, but have enough love for them as a human being to stand up for what is right and for what you want and not let other people's judgments get in the way. You know, like when I go out in public, I get stared at. It's just, it happens. When I went out in public with a romantic person, sometimes it got extreme.
I'm ready.
I remember like being in a gas station with one of my exes and the cashier wanting to call the cops because he thought he was with a child. And it was extremely uncomfortable, and it makes it extremely hard on that person that's never dealt with it. I deal with it every day I go out in the public. I've dealt with it every day of my life. That person I'm dating has never dealt with it. And sometimes they crack. And if you don't want to be the person to crack, because you would be the taller person, I'm assuming, in this situation, then you have to be prepared. And when it happens, it's going to shock you. It's gonna throw you off, but you need to stay steady. I don't know. That's my advice. Anything more specific, I can give you different advice, but like, that's my generalized advice. Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah. He handled it fine. He was a good one. Some of them don't handle it fine. I don't like when guys get aggressive over it. I like when guys handle it in a calm demeanor. I don't like when you get in the face. I don't like when you get angry. I don't do well with that kind of stuff. I also don't think it's respectful. I think if someone is, you know, being offensive or not about my disability but just bringing it up, that you need to treat them with respect in the situation, because I'm not thinking about me. I'm thinking about the next disabled person they come into contact with, and I don't want them to hold some kind of stereotype towards disabled people or people with dwarfism and like relationships or something because of that one interaction. And if it's their first time interacting with a short person or a height difference couple, fly. But if it's their first interaction, they're gonna hold that, and especially for their next interaction. And I don't ever want to make someone scared to ask a question. Now, if they're immediately like, oh, I'm gonna call the cops, I'll be like, okay, here's my ID. How about we don't do that? Because you'll get in trouble for discrimination. Okay, have a great day. Thank you. And I'll leave.
This will make the most wonderful story.
Oh, the flies. They never leave me alone. Like, I mean, that one's just a baby gnat, but they never leave me alone. I'm trying to see if the bubbles are out of my sparkling grape soda. Grape juice? It's not soda. It's grape juice. Oh, it came out my nose? I'm sorry. I'm sorry a fly almost went in your mouth. Very sorry. How many more do we have? We have quite a few. This is a longer one, surprisingly. Okay.
I do this for the Fa family.
So we're gonna go into the race and then we're gonna pause because there is an ad, but I'm just gonna get to here just so we can load and start a race. Yeah, I think battling your emotions, I think it's good every once in a while to just have an emotion day because you come out stronger. Once you deal with all the emotions you've been kind of suffocating because you have to get through life, once you take that day to deal with them, you do feel better, you feel stronger, and that's why I don't believe in just suffocating them all the time and repressing your feelings and never feeling a thing. Like, I can turn my emotions off, but I won't get rid of them. They're here. I'm gonna cry over ice cream. I don't care. They are here. And you know what? If you can't deal with them, that's not my fault. There's the door. Ah! Oh my god. Okay. Mulan almost crashed, but it's okay, guys. Yeah, do you guys remember the Netflix boxes? I'm pretty sure before the fire, we still had like an old Netflix movie, like in the disc. And like the little cover and stuff that we had to take back to like the red box machine version of Netflix. I know, there's the door has really been the saying. And I think it's really cool that I used to say it a lot like as like a teenager and as a kid, and you know, you brought it into this, Ryan, and now it's gonna stick because one, I've always used it, but two, it's a good saying. It's better than, you know, being mean.
Oh my!
Oh my god, this hurts so bad. Suppressing a sneeze. I feel like it's really scary while sneezing when driving, so like driving games also give me the same fear. Thank you. I think I read somewhere that
This is for my family.
sneezing and bless you originally originated because like they thought you were dying. So like when you sneeze, they would literally go bless you, like bless your soul. Yeah, I feel like not everyone has depression every day, and you know, but we've all been in that kind of mind state at one point in our lives. And like me myself, I feel like it's always like it just hits me, and my sister has major depression, but like I feel like mine is more sporadic if I do have depression because I've never been diagnosed, but like my therapist or my old therapist
My training should
kind of
serve
thought
me
I
well.
did.
Hermes
She
has
looked at me
nothing
like
on
with so much empathy when I talked. It made me feel really bad for myself.
Don't worry.
So I'm gonna play with Minnie and Daisy here because although their events are back, we have shown them already. And if you have the game and you missed the first Daisy and Minnie events, they are back for a limited time where you can still win them as racers. And we've already shown the next event that will happen for them as well. But because of that, and because we're playing so many other games tonight, I'm just gonna skip the limited edition or limited events, and we're just gonna do the chapters. So we're playing with Daisy and Minnie in this if we can. I really want Angel. She's the only Lilo and Stitch character I don't have yet, and she is literally the main one I wanted. And they're making it very difficult to get her, and I'm kind of upset about it because that means I'm not going to be able to upgrade her as high as I would like, because I would like to be like almost like have her as one of my main characters. And I'm not going to be able to do that because she's not going to be able to get to 4 stars as easily like as Stitch and Lilo or Stitch and Gantu or Jumba will be able to. Ah! I looked at comments and it crashed.
Watch this!
Watch this! Oh, do we like my new wheels and stuff that I got for Daisy?
Oh, you betcha!
She's cute.
No!
These aren't the wheels that were originally on this racer. I got into the 25th percentile somehow, and we got all this cool stuff for her. Unfortunately, the wheels, the flippin' customizations don't do anything. I wish they did. Maybe they will one day, but you know, it's still in early access. It's coming to free to play in a couple days, actually, like 20 days now. So get excited for that. Also, I was looking at the Twitter or X, and they are also doing pre-registration for mobile. So if you have an Android or an iPhone, you can do pre-registration for Android right now, and iPhone is coming soon. And you can take it on the go with you, which I think is super cool. And once they have, I think they're doing a thing right now, like when they have so many follows on social media, and when they have, you know, so many pre-registrations, everyone is gonna win like free customization stuff. So that's super cool. They've done that once before, and we won all the Mulan gear that I was using. We won all of that because they got so many followers on their Twitter and stuff. And that's what it was, Twitter. Oh my god, Disney XD. Wow, congratulations. I feel like you now have half of the threads following I have, which is amazing. Congratulations, Ryan. I love Hershey. We used to go every couple years as a family because we lived so close when we were in Pittsburgh. Whoops.
Swift and stylish.
Let's claim this. Go to the next race.
Got any critters that
Gonna
need
do
You can always count
Buzz.
on me.
They started calling Twitter X because I feel like after they made threads and stuff, like Twitter was dying. So I think they just renamed it because giving it a new name sometimes can give it a new life. I don't know if it's
Next up,
working though.
finish line.
You've only been there once or twice. Well, it's an amazing place. I was born in Pittsburgh, spent 16 years there. And honestly, it's a great, like, settling down area.
Excuse me.
And the fan base for the sports team, they are the nicest fan
What?
base I've been to. Maybe that's because I'm a fan. But when it comes to sports, I'm not a huge sports person in general at all. Hey. Ah! Every time I play with one of the Toy Story characters, I do get a little disappointed that they're not toy size. It just slightly bothers me still. Slightly. You're on X.
What?
I still don't have a Twitter or an X. It's like that and Facebook are the only ones I really don't have.
Hold on.
I was like, I do have my Snapchat and there is a public profile. I just never use it.
Look out.
I'm not on Snapchat enough. I don't think, oh, let me take a picture for Snapchat and put it on my public profile enough for me to like
What?
actually use it as a social media. I view it as more of a private thing anyway, always have. So, it is there, but there's not much there. Ah!
What?
Yeah, I was like, Snapchat was much bigger when I was in
All
high
part
school.
of the job.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't on Snap. It's not necessary. See, but like, I don't like when apps do that. Like, if you started as something, just stick that way. Like, you don't need to immerse what Instagram is into it. You don't need to immerse TikTok into it. Like, I feel like when you do that, you lose your own path. You lose your individuality.
This Space Ranger
So I don't
never
know if
gives
that'll be a good move. If anything, it's just gonna make it more annoying to deal with. Let's do Figment.
If you can dream it, you can do it.
He might not win, but we're gonna try it. Snapchat didn't exist when you were in high school. Yeah, things like that can be made into one. But I think like with social media and stuff like that, like you don't need to combine it all. Like yeah, I think it's annoying to have all of those apps, but you're not gonna make every human in this world like your app just because you incorporate everything. They're still gonna probably prefer Instagram or TikTok over that for those purposes. Like, I'm sorry, I think Vine should have never died. And I think that fact that some social medias have taken what Vine was, it's not the same.
Hey, here! Kart, fly!
Do we think he's gonna win? I don't know if he's gonna win. These people seem pretty fast. And he keeps running into stuff. Like a lot. Excuse me. Hi Angel, you're very pretty, but I have to beat you. I'm sorry. Have a good day.
Ooh, look at me!
Oh, hit a wall. Yeah, I did not have a MySpace. My eldest sister did. But that is it.
Have a blast!
We're back to third because we hit walls. Like all of my
It's me!
sisters,
It's
they
me!
all hit walls. That's why they're not here. I just want to try to win as Figment. He seems so slow. Angel seems like she's a great player.
Watch this! Dreams out!
I don't even know which one of Figment's, what are they called? Skills is better. Oh, he did not win. Angel won. Oh well.
Did you see what I did?
You don't know what MySpace is? Yeah, now a lot of social media is politics and drama. Oh my gosh, can we talk about this? I don't mean to call this person on blast, but like on my YouTube, new videos posted today, and it was just an old live and a TikTok Q&A. And the TikTok Q&A is about, hi Sahara, I'll get to you in a second. The TikTok Q&A is about what I would ask myself versus what other people have asked me for my Q&As. And I talk about how I think that we should ask more about social media and stuff like that. And someone goes, I don't think she should be on social media. And I'm like, no. That is not what that means. Because social media is toxic and full of drama and full of judgment and stuff. Does not mean because I think that is not what social media should be about, that we should talk about emotions and we should talk about things, does not mean I should leave social media. It means that we should change our perspective and change what social media is. Because we need to make it a more safe place for people. Because social media has caused a lot of emotional damage to people. And we have to take that into consideration. And we don't have to get rid of it. we can make it a more positive, welcoming place. I gotta get my dog though. So we should have played as Figment for this one. So we're gonna do Stitch instead.
Stitch.
My bear's hand is under my butt, so that was uncomfortable. Holding A to break is not a life hack, but thank you.
Next stop, finish line.
I can do this.
You're getting a hurricane next week? Oh, I'm sorry. Good luck. You'll be okay. I believe in you. It'll be fine. But stay safe, no matter what. Coda would like you to stay safe too. He has an itch though. Oh shoot. We're now purple.
I understand.
Purple! Purple!
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, I got it. Cool. Shoot! Shoot him! Shoot him from all angles! Go Stitch, go! Yellow! Fire! I love Stitch. He's so cute. He's legit my favorite. Yes, Sahara. He's my favorite. You're okay. Don't drink all the water. You're gonna get sick. Sahara, stop. You're gonna get sick. I'm sorry. They just like endlessly will drink water.
Watch me.
Were you not comfortable being on camera? You made me crash into a wall. You see what you made me do? Sahara's your favorite. May you have her. No. Oh, but I want to say thank you. I do want to say thank you to you. I am literally using the stand for my camera that you got. So thank you so much. You're so sweet. You didn't send the barcode, so I couldn't thank you via the Amazon thing. But thank you. If you guys don't know, he supported, or they, I don't know their pronouns. I don't know why I said he. They supported my YouTube and stream wish list to help me, you know, improve the streams, improve the YouTube taking, and it's gonna come into a huge benefit because due to my Patreons, which I want to say thank you to anyone who is a Patreon right now, because due to y'all, I've had the capability of buying a camera to record with, and we'll be able to stream with it shortly soon. I just have the wires on the way, and I want to say thank you because without your support, it wouldn't have been possible. Oh, we just hit Stitch again. Whoops. I was looking at the comments. You're a he. Got you. Hi, nice to see you too. No one is taking Sahara. Like, I don't know why we're having a fight over it. She's staying with her pack. Even if I leave this house, I'm not taking Sahara. She's staying here with her family. My parents would not let me take her. She's too attached to the other ones. Huh, Code? You good boy. Did she drink all the water? It looks like she did. He just looked at me like, he's like, there's no water. Idiot. I'm sorry, I can't get enough Stitch. He's just adorable. Huh. Who's panting? When's the last time you guys were allowed water?
Huh?
We have a water trough. I'm not even joking, like it's a giant water dish. Because we have 5 dogs. It's ridiculous. There's so many times I go to put it outside for them. And, I spill it on myself. And it's a lot of water that goes into that. Like, it takes a couple minutes to fill up. My dogs are fine in here with me. I think that, if anything, like, they'll just be upset if they hear another dog go outside, or bark, or if someone comes into the house that they didn't know was in the house, or comes home or something. Yeah, it all just depends. But, like, they're pretty chill with me. They don't want to leave unless something's happening. They don't like to miss out on anything. And that's the thing. They'd rather have the door open and just casually go into any room that they want. But we don't do that. And when I stream, I do lock my door just because my dogs know how to open doors. And, you know, I'm trying to keep it as controlled as possible. Big fan of Rye Bread. Do you watch the Rye Bread series? Because if you're a big fan of Rye Bread, there's a couple. I mean, I don't know if it's 2 series, but there's multiple types of videos out there for Rye Bread. Okay, guys, we have 2 races left, and then we will be switching.
Okay. Good.
Okay, let's see. I kind of do want to play with Bo Peep. I'm not gonna lie. She seems like she'd be a little fun. Let's play with Bo Peep.
Operation Win This Race is on.
I'm just gonna pour my other drink straight into that. I don't care if there's residual grape juice or not. It'll give it a pink tint.
Don't nobody cheat now. Here goes Lapham.
Who needs a kid's room when I can have all this?
Switching, says the.
Just
Wow, you really found a way to make a pun. That's great.
watch this.
Yeah, we'll be doing lots of that today. And like they said, I am playing on a Switch. All of my games that you've seen so far, I played on a Switch. Any games that I will play on the PlayStation, I may be downstairs for, so that might be a dead giveaway. But if I do bring it up here, I will let you guys know by like saying finally, because a lot of those are my games. It's just Riley. I mean, it's Riley gift for Christmas. But I think it was, you know, a group gift, and she took it more as a solo me gift. And that's fine. I'll just end up buying myself another one at one point. And I'll probably have to get a PlayStation 5, and that's almost, we're not even talking like that. No, we're not thinking that far ahead, because like right now my sole purpose, money-wise, is to either like look at becoming more independent and my manufacturing. Anything other than that, you know, I don't have the time.
Here goes.
Yeah, I always do that. Oh, it's flipping 3 laps. Are you kidding me? Hello.
Just a scratch.
You found my Instagram? Oh, thank you. Oh. That's so sweet of you. Welcome. I hope that if you stick around in the community, you enjoy yourself and you find a welcoming place that's not judgmental, because that's my goal. I think no matter who you are, no matter your walk of life, we all deserve to be treated with the same respect.
Oh my. Eat your heart out, dude.
We're in September now. Yes, we are. Yes, the community here it's a good one, I'll say. It's a very...
What do you say I lead and you follow?
I feel like we're always there for each other, especially in times of need. What is the requirement? let's do Hercules.
I'll prove I'm not just another chariot chaser.
Sorry, we're still in like a 30-second more ad, so. Yes, episode 8 is coming soon. And, we're gonna be working on more coming up soon, so that's gonna be super fun. Which I'm somewhat a part of the animations every once in a while. Like, I have started doing like the character Shauna's line. I don't know if Cotton Candy is ever in like the Rye Bread series, but if Cotton Candy is, I can do Cotton Candy's lines too. I have no issue with that.
Let's fly.
I think it's fun.
Uh-oh.
I mean, the last one I had to do a scream for, so I had to make sure I was home alone so no one thought I was dying. But hey, you do what you do when you're a voice actor or actress. I've told my mom plenty of times, hey, I'm running lines, don't be concerned. Like it's gotten to the point where I was screaming and she's like, I was just about to get up, but I didn't know. You were saying the same things over and over again. I'm like, yep, that's how you know it's lines. If it's not, I would have tried other things when no one answered.
Whoa!
I think the Rye Bread series is so fun sometimes. I think sometimes, like, I don't know if I get it, but then other times I'm, like, actually really laughing. I then sit here and it is really fun. Which, like, I know you guys know she doesn't like the camera, but if you do need a different photo of her, I can take it as well. Aw, thank you. You're so sweet. I just ran into something because I was looking at it.
Whoa!
Never heard of the Rye Bread series? Or what? Was it the Rye Bread series? If it wasn't the Rye Bread series, you might have to refresh my mind.
You got this!
Because you can check it out on YouTube. If you follow me on YouTube, Shauna Rae Unfiltered, they are in the recommended like profiles. As well as Mark. Mark also, my father, has a YouTube where he's building his puppets and building models and stuff, you know, doing dad things. The series, you can check it out. Lance's YouTube, I think is Lance Muse 2015, like the handle itself, but you can look up the Rye Bread series and find it. It's a good one. It's like our community annoying orange, and there's other videos as well. Yeah, my father is very multi-talented. But that is it, guys. That is it for chapter 8 of Ohana. We basically only have one chapter left. And like I said, if you didn't have the game and you have it now or you're getting it soon, you can still get Minnie and Daisy. Ooh, new crew member. We got Peakley! Wait, Will, him and his annoying butt. This is great. Jumba's got a character now. Okay. But like I said, you can, and in the limited events right now, they have not given a limited event for the Ohana series, but you have the Galactic Cup, which is every once in a while. But Minnie and Daisy are still here for about 2 more days. So if you don't have the game and you want Minnie and Daisy, that I would probably get it soon. But other than that, it's coming free to play on September 28th. And it is coming to mobile devices. You can do pre-registration on Android now, and you'll be able to have the game on your mobile device. And I think it's going to be super fun to see how the game changes when it becomes free to play, because there's going to be so much more competition. But other than that, I don't know any new hints on like the new series or anything, but hopefully by the time we finish this chapter out, I will have more stuff to show you and more things to do. We are gonna go and switch to Crash Bandicoot now, so I hope you guys have enjoyed Speedstorm. I hope that you've enjoyed Chapter 8, and you'll be back, if not live, but to watch the final chapter and what happens. And if we get Angel and what the seasonal final event is, because like we found out in season 2 and season 1, they do seasonal end events for one of the characters. And I'm hoping it's Angel, but it's probably going to be like Lilo or something. Either way, we'll see what happens then. So I hope you enjoyed Speedstorm. Other than that, have a beautiful day. Stay positive. Stay amazing. Bye, y'all!